Praise the Lord. Hi, hello, and welcome you all. You are watching Namma Gurugulu YouTube mathematics classes. Dear students, in this session, we are going to deal with the 3-mark questions on the concept of relations and functions. Dear friends, I'm not going to take much of your time today. We will directly go to 3-mark questions from this chapter. But before I go to the 3-mark question, I just want you to revise these 3 basic types of relations, because most 90% of your 3-mark questions which we are going to see now are based on these definitions. Okay, so what definition is this? A relation R in a set A is called reflexive. Okay, we are going to see these relations very much in this session. Reflexive relation, symmetric relation, and transitive relation together is called an equivalence relation. Okay, remember we've already dealt this in the previous session in detail, but I'm just brush you through the definition because we want this for this session, because we're going to work the problems related to this definitions. Okay, so a relation R in a set A is called reflexive if A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to A. Okay, please remember this. Next, means every element should be related to itself from every element from the set. Okay, remember whenever we see a relation, you should always look at the set also. Now going on to the next definition, symmetric. A relation is called a symmetric relation if A is related to B, then there should be B comma A in relation. Okay, if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A should also belongs to R for every 2 combination of A comma B in the set A. Okay, remember elements will belong to the set, but the ordered pair will belong to the relation. Okay, the third one is transitive relation. If you take 3 elements A, B and C from the set, such that A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then we have to have AC which belong to R. Means A to B, B to C should give me A to C in the relation. Okay, these 3 are basic relations which we are going to see the problems on this type. And sometimes he will not ask you this question, he will directly say, check whether the given relation is an equivalence relation. So what is an equivalence relation? Remember, a relation R in a set A is called an equivalence relation if R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. That means all these 3 laws satisfies, then we call that relation as an equivalence relation. Is it clear? Artha agtidiyalla? Okay, so no more waiting time for you. We are going to go for the first question of 3 marks from relations and functions. So the first question we have for the day is, show that the relation R defined in the set A. What is the set here? Set of all triangles. Okay, now the relation is defined as T1 comma T2. So 2 triangles I'm considering as an ordered pair. So the relation is conditioned, so it is as possible. As follows. T1 is similar to T2. Means if you take an ordered pair of 2 triangles, the condition here would be T1 and T2 would be similar. Okay, so this is the relation. I have to show that it is an equivalence relation. A very simple question for 3 marks. This is the question from model question paper 1 for reduced syllabus and also asked recently in the March 2020 for 3 marks. Okay, so to check equivalence relation, I have to check the 3 relations, which is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, so the first case, okay, let me take for all T1 belonging to A. Means always you take element for reflexive, just take one element that should be related to A. For all T1 belonging to A, I say every triangle is similar to itself. Okay, every triangle is similar to itself. That is T1 comma T2 T1 comma T1. T1 comma T1 belongs to R. So I can, if I take any one triangle, that triangle will definitely be similar to itself. Therefore, I will get T1 comma T1 belongs to R. Therefore, R is reflexive. So this will give you 1 mark. See, such an easy proof this is. So 1 mark is already in your pocket. Going on to the next one for symmetric. For symmetric, you consider for all T1 comma T2 belonging to A. You take two elements. Okay, let T1 comma T2 belong to R. So if you take two elements in R, this implies T1 is similar to T2. Are you getting? So what is T1 and T2? Two triangles. So if T1 is similar to T2, I can automatically write T2 is similar to T1. T2 is similar to T1. That means, that is, I will get T2 comma T1 belongs to R. So I consider T1 T2 belonging to R. I got T2 T1 belonging to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Again, very simple. You are not going to write any formula here. You are just going to use the condition for reflexive and symmetric. Okay, right. Now let me take the third condition. Okay, for all T1, T2, T3 belonging to A. So I considered three triangles from A such that, okay, such that let me take T1 comma T2 belonging to R and T2 comma T3 belonging to R. Is it clear? Okay, this will imply if T1 comma T2 belonging to R, I can write T1 is similar to T2. Okay, and T2 is similar to T3. So I have T1 is similar to T2 and T2 is similar to T3. From this I can write definitely T1 is similar to T3. Are you following? Okay, if first triangle is similar to second triangle and second triangle is similar to third triangle, automatically the first triangle will be similar to the third triangle. Therefore, I get T1 comma T3 belonging to R. So I got T1 T2 from T2 T3. I got T1 T3 belonging to R. Therefore, R is transitive. Okay, almost your proof is done. Therefore, you can write, since all the three are satisfied, you can write R is an equivalence relation. Is it clear? So this is the proof for you, which will give you 3 marks. Okay, very simple, isn't it? You will check for reflexive, check for symmetric, check for transitive. If they say show that it is an equivalence relation, it is a logic for you. It will definitely satisfy reflexive, symmetric and transitive. And write equivalence relation as a conclusion. Please make the habit of writing the final conclusion. Okay, so this is the final result. Before I go to the next question, dear students, I'll give you one more question very similar to this. Okay, because I'm not going to work that for yourself. I'm going to give you that as an assignment. So the question is, show that the relation R defined in the same set A, set of all triangles, as only changes R is equal to T1 comma T2 such that T1 is congruent to T2. Here the question was similar to T2. This question would be T1 is congruent to T2. What I'm going to say is, this question follows exactly the same procedure. Only thing that changes, wherever you have similar to, write congruent to. Are you following? ಇದು ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನು. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ಅನ್ನೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರುವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ನೇ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವೇ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ Model Question Paper 2. It was also asked in July 2014. Okay, So show that the relation R in the set of all integers. Remember, here the set is integers Z. Okay. Defined by R is equal to every A comma B such that 2 divides A minus B. Okay. It's a simple relation. You have to show that it is an equivalence relation. He has already told you it is an equivalence relation. I have to prove it. Okay. Are you ready for it? So let us write down the relation. He has given as R is equal to every A comma B such that 2 divides A minus B. Okay. So the relation is ready. Let us start the first condition. Okay. For all, first let me take an element A belongings to A. Okay. I can clearly write A comma A belongs to R because 2 divides A minus A, that is 2 divides 0. Isn't it? Yeah, what is 2 divides 0? Therefore, R is reflexive. These are such an easy questions. Only thing is you have to use your common sense to write. Okay. So if you take any element, the rule here is 2 should divide that element minus that element. So A minus A would be 0. 2 definitely divides 0. Therefore, R is reflexive. Okay. Now, going on to the next condition, which is symmetric. You take two elements, A and B, which belongs to A, such that I will take A comma B belongs to R. Okay. So if A comma B belongs to R, that implies, what do you mean by A comma B belongs to R? I can write 2 divides A minus B. Okay. If 2 divides A minus B, that implies 2 divides B minus A also, because actually 2 divides minus of A minus B. For example, if 2 divides 4, then 2 divides minus 4 also, isn't it? Okay. So now this implies I can write 2 divides minus of A minus B is actually nothing but B minus A. If 2 divides B minus A, I can write B comma A belongs to R. So I started with A comma B belongs to R. I ended with B minus A belongs to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Very easy, isn't it? Yeah? Raju, are you following? Okay. So this is 2 marks is already there. Now going on to the third relation. For all A, B, C belonging to A, such that I will consider A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. Okay. So if A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, I can write 2 divides A minus B from this. Okay. And 2 divides B minus C. Artha agtidiyalla? Are you following? So 2 divides A minus B and 2 divides B minus C. This implies 2 divides the sum of them. Are you following? Now check this. If 2 divides 4 and 2 divides 8, then 2 will definitely divide 4 plus 2. What is 4 plus 2? 12. Sorry, 4 plus 8 is 12. So 2 divides the sum of them also. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಎರಡು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ನ 2 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಲೂ ಆ 2 ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ 2 ಡಿವೈಡ್ಸ್ A minus B plus B minus C. Okay, so this will imply 2 divides, what minus B plus B gets cancels, I will get A minus C. As soon as I get 2 divides A minus C, I can write A comma C belongs to R. So started with AB, BC with belonging to R. I ended with AC belonging to R. Therefore, R is transitive. Are you following? Such a simple proofs they are. You can easily write it any moment of the day. Okay. So since all the three are satisfied, I can write hence R is an equivalence relation. Kindly write this final conclusion. Okay, R is an equivalence relation. Okay, very easy, isn't it? Yeah, are you enjoying it? Okay, shall we move on to the next question? Okay, dear students, going on to the third question, determine whether the relation R in the set A is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 14. Remember, this is a different question and it is very, very easy question also. Set is 1 to 14 elements defined by R is equal to, let me write the relation, R is equal to every x comma y such that 3x minus y is equal to 0. Okay, I have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Whenever he says verify whether or determine or check, you should be very careful because sometimes they would not be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, now let us check. Both the previous first and second question, the relation given was a general relation. But this relation, you can write the elements of the relation. I think if you notice this clearly, you have already seen this relation in first PUC also. Okay, so let us write the relation. If you write the relation, it is very easy to check the other three rules. Remember, this question was asked in March 2015 and July 2019. Okay, now let us check the condition. If 3x minus y is equal to 0, actually I will get 3x is equal to y. Okay, so let me write the relation. Here it's easy for me to write the relation. It is not possible for every relation. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು ಜನರಲ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. Let me put x is equal to 1. If you put x is equal to 1, then y will be 3 into 1, so it is 3. So similarly, if you put x is equal to 2, 3 2s are, it will be 6. If you put x is equal to 3, then 3 3s are, so you will get y is equal to 9. If you put x is equal to 4, y would be 3 4s are, it is 12. Now I cannot put x is equal to 5, because if you put x is equal to 5, 3 5s will be 15. 15 is not in the element in the set A. Both the elements, remember, should belong to the set only. So this is my relation. Okay, as soon as I see this relation, it is very easy for me to write the conclusion for the three rules. Okay, first one. Okay, clearly you can see 2, ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, 2 belongs to A, but 2, 2 does not belong to R. Please check this. This is very easy question. Okay, general question ಗಾದ್ರೆ proof ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ tricky ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭ. I have an element in the set, but that element is not related to itself. Okay, therefore you can say R is not reflexive. Are you following? Underline the word not, because if you don't miss this, then the solution is wrong. You can check if it is not possible, it should happen for every element. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು. ನಾನು ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ 2 belongs to A, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ 3 belongs to A ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. 1 to 14 ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು 1 1 2 2 3 3 ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ reflexive. Okay, going on to the second one. Okay, again clearly you take any pair, 2 6 belongs to R. Okay, but 6 2 does not belong to R. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? I have 2 6 belongs to R, but 6 2 does not belong to R for all 2 and 6 belonging to A. Okay, therefore, so 2 6 ಇದೆ, 6 2 ಇಲ್ಲ, so it is R is not symmetric. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? Are you following? Yes, Suchitra? Fine. So it is not symmetric. Why? 2 6 belongs to R, but 6 2 does not belong to R. Okay, very simple to write this. Now going on to the third one again. Okay, take 3 elements. Okay, let me take 1 3 and 9 which belongs to A. I am taking 3 elements from A. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದೇ 3 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಜೋಡಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ. Okay, such that I have 1 3 belongs to R and 3,9 ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್. ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ಗೆ ಎ ಇಂದ ಬಿ ಇದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿ ಇಂದನೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು 2, 6 ಜೊತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದು ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ 1, 3. 1, 3 ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ 3 ಇಂದನೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 1, 3 ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 3, 9 ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್. ಬಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ 1,9 ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆರ್. ಓಕೆ ಹರೀಶ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ 1, 3 ಇದೆ, 3, 9 ಇದೆ, ಅದು ನನಗೆ 1, 9 ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಇದು ಯಾವುದು 3 ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ not satisfying, the other two are satisfying, even then we say it is not an equivalence relation. Okay, if you want you can write this, but this is not required. Hence R is not an equivalence relation. Are you following? Artha agtideyalla? Right, very simple result, and we shall move on to the next question. So the next question was asked in the year July 2015 and September 2020. Question is, prove that the relation R in the set of integer Z. So which is the set here? Z. Defined by, let me write the definition. R is equal to every x comma y. So if you take any two elements in the relation, how it is related? X minus y is an integer. Okay? Right. Okay, now let us prove the first one, which is reflexive. For all x belongs to n, I can take or z. Okay, for all x belongs to z, x minus x, what is x minus x actually? X minus x is 0. This is an integer, means 0 belongs to z, isn't it? It is an integer. Okay, therefore you can write, therefore R is reflexive. Very easy proofs. Okay, it doesn't take much time for you to write this. So R is reflexive because if you take any element, that element minus the element itself will give you 0. 0 definitely is an integer. It belongs to R. Okay, therefore it is reflexive. Now going on to the second one. Let me take two elements for all x comma y belonging to z such that I will write x comma y belonging to R. So I will start with x comma y belonging to R. So as soon as I say x comma y belongs to R, I can write the definition. X minus y is an integer. Okay, x minus y is an integer. If x minus y is an integer, then y minus x is again an integer. If you want, you can check. It means it is negative of that. Okay, because you can check if 4 is an integer. Okay, if 4 belongs to integer means z or I. If 4 belongs to z, then minus 4 also belongs to z. So negative of x minus y is y minus x. So this implies y minus x is an integer, means y comma x belonging to R. Started with x comma y belong to R. I got y comma x belongs to R. Therefore R is symmetric. Okay, very easy proofs. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. ಇದು ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಸದಿಂದ ರಸ ಮಾಡೋ ಥರ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟೇಕ್ 3 elements x, y and z which belongs to z. Okay, such that I will take x minus y belongs to R and y minus z belongs to R. Okay, what do you mean by x minus y belongs to R? So I can write x minus y is an integer, and from this I can write y minus z is an integer. Are you following? Godaktidiyalla? I hope you are not confusing. So this implies if you take two elements, then the sum of these two elements, so x minus y plus y minus z, means, see, look here, if 4 belongs to z and 8 belongs to z, then the addition of them, that is 12, also belongs to z. Are you following? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? So I will add these two elements, x minus y plus y minus z is an integer. So this also will be an integer. Okay, right. So this will imply plus y and minus y will get cancelled. I will get x minus z is an integer. You need not write this lengthy. You can just say x minus y belongs to z or belongs to I. ಆ ಥರ ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ಸಾಕು, but I am writing in detail. This implies if x minus z belongs to it is an integer, I can write x comma z belongs to R. Started with xy and yz, I got xz. Therefore, I write R is what? Transitive. Okay, so you can see here R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Hence, write R is an, yes, what? Dhanush? Equivalence relation. Good. Once all the three are satisfied, you can directly write the general result as R is an equivalence relation. Okay? Understood? Okay. We shall move to the next question. The next question we have is, show that the relation R in the set A. What is the set? Set of integers from 0 to 12. Given by R is equal to every A comma B such that modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. I have to check, show that it is an equivalence relation. He is already asking you to show that it is an equivalence relation, which was asked in the year March 2016. Okay, let me write the relation once again. R is equal to every A comma B such that modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. Okay, so let us check the first condition for reflexive. Okay, for all A belonging to A. So reflexive means take any element of A. Okay, modulus of A minus A is equal to 0. This is definitely a multiple of 4. Okay, 0 is a multiple of any element. Okay, therefore I can write A comma A belonging to R. Therefore R is reflexive. So you can easily write this. Okay, such an easy relation. Okay, so if you take any element, element minus element is 0. 0 is definitely a multiple of 4. Following? Okay, going to the next one. Right, now you take any two elements for all A comma B belonging to A. Let me take A minus B belonging to R. Okay, so this is for symmetric. Okay, if A minus B belonging to R, I can write modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. Because this is how it is defined. Modulus of A minus B is multiple of 4. That implies modulus of minus of B minus A. I'll take the negative. Modulus of B minus A is again a multiple of 4. Dayaviಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಬರೀರಿ. Don't write this as in an examination. Okay. Now, if modulus of B minus A is a multiple of 4, negative of B minus A. We know for a modulus function, negative is nullified. So, modulus of B minus A would be a multiple of 4. Because modulus of B minus A is a multiple of 4, I can write B comma A belongs to R. I started with A comma B belongs to R. I got B comma A belongs to R. Therefore, I will write R is symmetric. Are you following, dear students? Okay, now going on to the third one. Okay, for all three elements, I'll take A, B and C which belongs to A such that let me take A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. So if I take two elements, so what will I write? I can write modulus of A minus B and modulus of B minus C is a multiple of what? 4. Because both the elements would be multiple of 4. So if any, it is similar to the previous one. If any two elements are multiple of 4, then the sum of them, the sum of them is also multiple of 4. That is modulus of A minus B plus modulus of B minus C is again a multiple of 4. Okay. You can write it in detail in the examination. If they ask you, don't write ditto, write in detail. Okay, that implies you take the general a minus b plus b minus a. If the modulus is a multiple of 4, then if you take away the modulus, even then it is a multiple of 4. Now plus b and minus b gets cancels. I will get a minus c is a multiple of 4. If a minus c is a multiple of 4, modulus of a minus c will again be a multiple of 4. Therefore, I will get a comma c belongs to R. Started with AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R. Ended with a comma c belongs to R. Therefore, I will write R is transitive. Are you following? R is transitive. Hence, all the three are satisfied. You can write R is an equivalence relation. Okay? Hence, R is an equivalence relation. So, if you can write so much, you are eligible to get 3 marks. Okay? Very simple, isn't it? I think you are feeling these questions are very easy to get 3 marks. Yes, you are right. These are easy questions. Okay? Shall we move on to the next question? Moving on to the 6th question. Show that the relation R in the set A. What is the set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Given by R is equal to, let me write down the relation. R is equal to every A comma B such that modulus of A minus B is even. This is the relation. Is an equivalence relation. I have to show that it is an equivalence relation. Exactly same proof. Okay. Already asked 2 times in your examination. So going on to the first one. So I will write as A minus A. What is modulus of A minus A? Modulus of A minus A is equal to 0. Which is even, isn't it? So usually 0 is considered as an even number. Therefore, I can write A comma A belongs to R for every A belongs to A. Okay, you need not take a general element. If you take general element also, 1 minus 1, general element ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೂ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Sorry, particular element ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ. That is why we are considering the general case. Okay, for any element. So for every element A comma A belongs to R. Therefore, I will write R is what is R? Reflexive. You can see here, it is really very simple. So first rule is already ready. Let me go on to the second one. Okay. So for all A comma B belonging to A, I'll take 2 elements from A such that I will take A comma B belongs to R. I'll start with A comma B belongs to R. So if A comma B belongs to R, I can automatically write modulus of A minus B is even. So modulus of A minus B can be also be written as modulus of negative of B minus A. Isn't it? Both are same. This also will be even. Because it is a modulus function, negative value will be nullified. I can write modulus of B minus A is even. Are you following? So this implies because modulus of B minus A is even, I can definitely write B minus A belongs to R. So see here, started with A minus B belongs to R, ended with B minus A belongs to R. Therefore, I can write R is symmetric. Okay, very, very simple relations. Okay, you can easily get it. Now going on to the third one, take 3 elements for all A comma B comma C belongs to A such that, let me consider A minus B belongs to R and A minus B and B comma C belongs to R. If you take 2 ordered pairs, so that will give you, I can write modulus of A minus B is even. Remember students, the question is defined with modulus. Please don't take a bracket here because modulus is a modulus. You cannot take simply A minus B. Okay, so modulus of A minus B is even and modulus of B minus C is even. This will imply if 2 numbers are even, then if you add them, that is modulus of A minus B plus modulus of B minus C will also be even. Okay, so this will imply, let me take out the modulus now. A minus B plus B minus C will also be even. Okay, if modulus also already is even, if you take away the modulus, it will still be even. Now let me cancel plus b and minus b. So that will imply a minus c is even. So if a minus c is even, I can automatically write modulus of a minus c is also even. Are you following? These are just following the same rules. Okay. So since modulus of a minus c is even, therefore I can write a comma c belongs to R. So started with AB and BC. I got AC. Therefore I will write R is transitive. Are you following? So I got reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Hence, you can write the final conclusion. R is an equivalence relation. Okay? Yes, Pramod, are you following? Yeah, so this is a very, very simple question. And from this, you can easily get 3 marks if it is asked in the examination. Okay, shall we move to the next one? Moving on to the next question. Show that the relation R in the set of real numbers R. Remember, relation small r e R tagultini, but usually I denote the real numbers by double line R. Okay, defined as R is equal to every a comma b such that a is less than or equal to b. You can check. Let me write the relation. R is equal to every a comma b such that a is not strictly less than, it is less than or equal to b on what is the set? Set of real numbers. Is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. I have to show it is not symmetric but it will be reflexive and transitive. Okay. Now let me write the first case clearly. Okay. For all a belongs to R, if you take any element in real numbers, a will be less than or equal to a, isn't it? You take any element, that element will be less than or equal to itself. Therefore, I can write a comma a belongs to R. So for any element in the real numbers, a comma a, any element will be less than or equal to itself. If it was strictly less than, then it would not be reflexive. Please be very careful, because it is less than or equal to, it is reflexive. So a comma a belongs to R. Therefore, R is reflexive. Are you following? Okay. Yes, Pooja? Good. So second one is symmetric. Please be careful. He's asking you to show it is not symmetric. Why? Now because I have to show it is not symmetric, I will take a simple example. Okay. Now let me take 2, 3 which belongs to real numbers. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋ ನಂಬರ್, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ತುಂಬ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬೇಡ. Okay, let 2, 3 belonging to R. Okay, now you can see here 2, 3 will belong to R because as 2 is less than or equal to 3. Definitely 2 is less than or equal to 3, isn't it? Okay, so 2 will belonging to 2 is less than or equal to 3, but 3 is not less than or equal to 2. I cannot write 3 is less than or equal to 2. That is, so I can write 3, 2 does not belonging to R. So if 2 is less than or equal to 3, but 3 is not less than or equal to 2. Therefore, so this is a counter example. Because for one pair it is not happening, I will write R is not symmetric. Please be very careful. It is not symmetric. Now you need not consider 2 and 3. You can take any 2 elements, 2 different elements, right, from R. Now going on to the third one, let me take 3 elements. Let a comma b comma c belongs to set of real numbers such that, let me take a comma b belongs to R and b comma c belongs to R. Okay, now remember, therefore if a comma b belongs to R, I can write a is less than or equal to b, and b comma c belongs to R, I can write b is less than or equal to c. Okay, so this implies if a is less than or equal to b, and B is less than or equal to C, I can definitely write A is less than or equal to C itself. Okay, example, this is just for an example, but you should not write this as a result. 2 is less than or equal to 20 and this 20 is less than or equal to 40. See, just a simple example. So definitely 2 will be less than or equal to 40. Okay, please dear students, for this reflexive and transitive, don't take the general example. Don't take specific example, write the general example. So A is less than or equal to C. What do you mean by A is less than or equal to C? I can write A comma C belongs to R. Started with AB and BC belongs to R. I got A comma C belongs to R. Therefore, I can write R is transitive. Okay, because R is now that's enough. We cannot write R is an equivalence relation. Why? Because it is not symmetric. If you want, you can write hence R is not an equivalence relation. R is not an equivalence relation because, what is the reason? Because R is not symmetric. Because this one condition is not satisfying, I will still say it is not an equivalence relation, and this question will give you 3 marks if it is asked in the examination. Remember, it was already asked in the year March 2017 for 3 marks. Oh, okay, is it fine? Shall we move to the next one? Moving on to the next question, dear students, check whether the relation R defined in the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is the set here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is the relation? Relation is equal to every A comma B such that B is nothing but A plus 1. Okay? Is a reflexive, symmetric or transitive? Is asking you check, not prove that. So please be very careful. Now this was already asked in the year July 2017 and it was also asked in the March 2018 second set of question paper. Okay, so this is a very, very simple question because you can write the relation for this. Let us write the relation. This is one of the easiest question. So if I put, let us start using the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for A. So if I put A is equal to 1, then B would be 1 plus 1. So it is 2. So if A is 1, B is 2. If A is 2, B is 3. If A is 3, B is 1 more. ಅರ್ಥಾಯ್ತ ಎಗಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ 3, 4. If A is equal to 4, then B would be 5. Are you following? Okay. A small correction, dear students. The set 1 to the set you have even 6 also. Okay. The question paper I just verified. The set contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 also. So I can use the element 5. If I put x is equal to 5, I'll get y is equal to 6. Remember, I cannot take x is equal to 6 because if you put if you put a is equal to 6, then I'll get b is equal to 7, but 7 is not in the set. So this is the end of the relation. Now you can clearly write, because this is such a simple one. So first result, clearly 1 belongs to A. Let me take this set as A. 1 belongs to A, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. You can take any element, or you can just think of 2 belongs to A, but 2 comma 2 does not belongs to R. It is enough if you can give one counter example. Therefore, you say R is not reflexive. Are you following? R is not reflexive. Going on to the second one. Okay. Clearly, or again you can say, let me say 2 comma 3 belonging to the element where, let me say A, such that, let me say 2 comma 3 ordered pair belongs to R. There is 2 comma 3 belongs to R, but 3 comma 2 is not in R. You can take any pair, ಯಾವುದೇ pair ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದು symmetric ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, because 2 3 is there, 3 2 is not there, 3 4 is there, 4 3 is not there. Therefore, you can write R is not what? Symmetric. Yes, Rakshita, are you following? So R is not symmetric. Going on to the third one, the last result. Now, or again you can say, again, let me take the three elements. 2, 3, 4, okay, belongs to A, such that let me take 2, 3 belongs to R and 3, 4 belongs to R. I have 2, 3 in R. I have 3, 4 in R. But what is not there? 2 to 4 is not there. 2 to 4 does not belongs to R. Therefore, R is not transitive also. So it is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Is it clear? Now you need not write the direct conclusion that R is not an equivalence relation. It is understood. Okay. If you want, for your satisfaction, you can write hence R is not an equivalence relation, because none of the three relations are satisfying. Okay, so this is the solution for this. If they give you, you are very lucky, because you can easily solve this one and get 3 marks. Okay, moving on to the next one. We have one more similar question here. Check whether the relation R in the set N. What is the set here? Natural numbers. Okay, set of natural numbers defined as R is equal to, what is the definition of R here? R is equal to every x comma y such that y is equal to x plus 5 and x should be less than 4 on what? Which is the set? Set of natural numbers. Okay, you have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Again, this is a very simple question, because I can write the relation for this. Now think about natural numbers. What are natural numbers? We know natural numbers will start from 1 because they are counting numbers. So let me put x is equal to 1 now, because you can write the relation for this. If you put x is equal to 1, y would be 1 plus 5, that is nothing but 6. Similarly, if you put x is equal to 2, y would be 2 plus 5, that is nothing but 7. Now if you put x is equal to 3, okay, you will get y is equal to 5 plus 3, that is nothing but 8. Now I cannot go further because he is telling you strictly less than 4. What? X is strictly less than 4. That's all. Okay, now let me write the relation. First one, okay, clearly, okay, let me say 6. You can take any element. Clearly 6 belongs to N, but 6 comma 6 does not belong to R. Therefore, R is not reflexive. Is it clear? Yes? Afrin, are you following? Right. Next, again let me take two elements here. Let me take two elements. Again 1 comma 6 belongs to N, such that ordered pair 1 comma 6 belongs to R. Okay, but you can check here, but 6 comma 1 does not belong to R. 1 comma 6 is there, 6 comma 1 is not there. Or you can check 2 comma 7 is there, 7 comma 2 is not there. Therefore, you can say R is not symmetric. Okay, now going on to the third one, dear students, this is a very interesting case for the third one, because for the transitive, I have to get A comma B belongs to R and B comma C. I don't have any such pair. Okay, when I don't have any such pair, I cannot prove whether A comma C is there or not. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಇದೊಂಥರ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಎ ಟು ಬಿ, ಬಿ ಟು ಸಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಎ ಟು ಸಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಟು ಬಿ ಇದೆ, ಬಿ ಟು ಸಿ ಪೇರೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ನಡೆದಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಇಲ್ದಿರುವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಪರಾಧಿ ಸಿಗಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವನ್ನ ನಾವು, ಸೊ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ನಡೆದಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವನೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆರೋಪಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವನು ಅಪರಾಧ ಮಾಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವನು ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯಾಧಾರಗಳ ಕೊರತೆ ಇರುವ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅವನನ್ನು ನಿರಪರಾಧಿ ಅಂತ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎನಿ ಟೂ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. I cannot prove it is not transitive. When I cannot prove it is not transitive, I have to accept it is transitive. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಇರೋ ಕಾರಣ ಇದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ವೆರಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇದು ಬರೆಯೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನು, ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ಹಿಯರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಡಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಏನದರ ಅರ್ಥ? ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯಾಧಾರಗಳ ಕೊರತೆ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್? ಹಿಯರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಡಿಕ್ಟಿವ್, ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯಾಧಾರಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ March 2019 third set of question paper. Okay, please be very careful. Don't be confused for third one and blindly say it is not transitive. ಓಕೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ABC ಇಲ್ಲ AC ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. And we are moving on to the next question. So the next question we have is, check whether the relation R in R. This is set of real numbers defined by R is equal to, how is the set defined? Relation every ordered pair such that A is strictly less than or equal to B cube. Okay, on set ಯಾವುದು? Real numbers. Dear students, beginning now already we have solved the same question, similar one, not the same. A is less than or equal to B. This is A is less than or equal to B cube. On R, I have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, which was asked in March 2019. Okay, let us start the procedure here. Now first case, as 1, 2, we know, I'll take just a simple example. I'm giving a counter example because it is not reflexive. Okay, as 1, 2 belongs to R. Okay, 1, 2 and 1, 2 does not belong to R. Why 1, 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 does not belong to R? ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, because 1 by 2 is not less than or equal to 1 by 2 whole cube. Are you following? 1 by 2 whole cube ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? That is 1 by 2 is not less than or equal to 1 by 8. Actually 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 8. It is not less. Actually it is greater. Because 1 by 2 is not less than or equal to 1 by 8, we say R is not reflexive. Are you following? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸಾಕು. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್. You can also take 1 by 3, 1 by 4 or 1 by 5, any numbers. Take the reciprocal numbers. You can check it is not reflexive. Okay. So going on to the second one. I'll take 2 elements, 1, 3 belonging to real numbers. Okay. Again I'm giving you counter example. Such that 1, 3 belongs to R ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. Definitely that implies 1 is less than or equal to 3 cube. It definitely ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. 1 is less than or equal to 3 cube, but 3 is not less than or equal to 1 cube. Is 3 less than or equal to 1 cube? Definitely no. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? 1 cube is actually 1 only, but 3 is greater than 1. That is 3, 1 does not belong to R. 1, 3 Rಗೆ ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ, but 3, 1 Rಗೆ ಸೇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Therefore, I will write R is not symmetric. Are you following? Yes? Lanchana? Following? Okay. So let's go to the third one. The third element, let me take three elements here. Okay. It is just my choice. I'm considering 100, 5 and 2 belongs to R such that 100, 5 belongs to R and 5, 2 belongs to R. That implies 100 is definitely less than or equal to 5 cube. Sorry, it is 5. 100 is less than or equal to 5 cube and 5 is less than or equal to 2 cube. Correct? 100 is less than or equal to 5 cube and 5 is less than or equal to 2 cube. But 100 is not less than or equal to 2 cube. Nenpitkoli. A is less than or equal to B. Okay, A belongs to B, B belongs to C, but A does not belongs to C. 100 is not less than or equal to 2 cube. Yenadra artha? That is 100, 2 does not belong to R. Gottagtidiya? I'm giving you a counter example. So this is how you can write it. You can think about any other option. Okay, I'm just giving you a simple counter example. Therefore, R is not transitive. Okay, you can write the final conclusion. Hence, R is not an equivalence relation. It is not an equivalence relation. Okay, is it clear? Dear students, before I go on to the next question, there is a similar question in your exercise. I'm going to give you as an assignment. Look here, this one was R is equal to every A comma B such that A is less than or equal to B cube. Now A less than or equal to B ಮಾಡಿದಿವಿ, A less than or equal to B cube ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ. There is another relation, R is equal to every A comma B such that A is less than or equal to B square. Okay, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it will not be reflexive, it will not be symmetric and it will not be transitive. Okay, so I'll leave you this question as an homework for you and the results are already there. You can note it down in the similar fashion. Okay, so that's it and we are going on to the one last question for the session. So dear students, you can see here almost all the questions we have solved today for 3 mark questions are based on equivalence relation. Idu bittu there are few more questions which was asked in the previous year questions for 3 marks. Previous year's question papers alli 3 marks ge ಬೇರೆ questions ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲಿದೆ, ಅದು ಈ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೈನರಿ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. Okay, this was actually asked in March 2019 second set of paper and March 2017 second set of paper. Unfortunately, this was not given as a main question paper. Okay, so let us solve this and conclude the session. Okay, so the result goes like this. Show that the binary operation star defined on the set of all real numbers by a star b is equal to 1. So ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬೈನರಿ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ a star b is equal to 1. Let me take it as equation 1 on which is the set of real numbers R. Okay, I have to check for commutative. How do you prove? Here, okay, A star B is equal to 1. If you take B star A will also be equal to 1. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದರಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, luckily not given also. So A star B is equal to 1 and B star A is equal to 1. Therefore, I have A star B is equal to B star A. Therefore, I can write star is what? Commutative. Star is commutative anta ಬರೀತೀವಿ. Okay, are you following? Right, going on to the second one. Remember, this happens for any two elements. For all a comma b belongs to R. Is it clear? Okay, now for the second result, let me take for all a comma b comma c belongs to R. Let me consider a star b star c. Okay, how is that star defined? Star between two elements is always 1. So this is nothing but bracket ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 1 star c. 1 star c is again 1 because star between any two elements is defined as element 1. It is just like a constant function. Okay, similarly, if you take a star of b star c. So this is nothing but, let me take a is a single element. B star c according to definition of binary operation is 1. Now a star 1 is again a. Okay, therefore a star b star c is equal to a star of b star c. Therefore star is associative. ಓಕೆ, ಬಹುಶಃ ಮೇ 2021 ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ your 2 mark question would be on binary operation. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ 2 marksಗೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 3 marksಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, I hope you would have enjoyed this session. We are going to conclude this session. Before that, what I want to say is, practice these questions. Don't get confused. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನನಗನ್ಸಿದ್ದು ನೀವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC ಗಂಟ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರ ಅಂದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ತೊಗೋಬೋದು. ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್, ಸಿಮಿಟ್ರಿಕ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೇ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಬಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ thorough with probably all the questions which you have solved in this session, you can definitely get 3 marks. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಯುವಂಥ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ತೋರಿಸುವಂಥ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ, ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇದರ ಸದುಪಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ. Okay dear students, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it and also learnt the 3 mark questions on relation and functions. We'll meet again in the new chapter and new concept of mathematics. Until then, take care and God bless you. Bye.
ಯಾರು 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 ಯಾರಿಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು, ನೂರು 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 ಬದುಕೋ ದಾರಿ ನೂರು ನೂರು. ಯಾರು 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 ಯಾರಿಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು, ನೂರು 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 ಬದುಕೋ ದಾರಿ ನೂರು ನೂರು. ಬೆಳೆಯೋನೆಂದು ಸೋಲೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಲಿತೋನೆಂದು ಬಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ತುಳಿಯೋನೆಂದು ಉಳಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರನ್ಯಾರು ಬೆಳೆಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋರಿಲ್ಲ.